Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is my first video and I wanted to introduce my character and how I plan to progress. I play on GMS NA Reboot and I've been playing regularly since Adele release, which was around summer of 2020, so it's been about 3 years. I also played Reboot for a little bit during 2018 and back then I mained in Iran. Currently my main is a level 284 Adele called Awel, and also I have a Let's open. Let's see. I have a Kana, a Mercedes. There's the Iran that I used to main. His name is Narawale. I have a Hayato, a Shade, a Kali, a Nightwalker, a Phantom, a Buccaneer, a Cannon Master, a Hero, and a Zero as my boss wheels. As you can see from my IGNs, a lot of them are whale related. I'm a big fan of whales. Shout out to the best maps, Snowy Whale Island and Two Palm Trees. Two Palm Trees is also a banger. I love this island. This is where I go to Star Force or Cube. I'll go more into my boss wheels and Legion later, but first I'll talk about my gear. Right now I'm sitting on 61k stats with Roar 4, but this is a little inflated with the current event buffs, and so I would usually be around 60.7k. I'm full 22 and full true feline. My WSE is 810. My weapon and emblem are 3-line attack, and my secondary is 2-line attack, 1-line boss, double prime. This is my only double prime at the moment, but hopefully cube sale goes well and I could get a couple more. Currently equipped, I am 4 set pitched with an unused 22-star CFE. I think it's right here. So this is drop gear right now. I just got another belt on my first Twitch stream, and so I plan to tap that during the 5, 10, 15 soon. Hopefully it goes. If it does, I plan on swapping off Golix gear with the CFE and transitioning my sub pendant to my Sweetwater pendants, which is also still drop gear or hybrid gear. I like the stat flex better for Sweetwater Pendant than I do for Daybreak Pendant, as I don't really care too much like for Daybreak Pendant and Dawn set. I already have this 22. Kind of a hassle to get this to 22 as well when this will suffice. Right now I have a sauce, a book, a eye patch, and an emblem, and I'm waiting for an endless tear, a zerk, a badge, and hopefully the belt goes. So far I've boomed with the graveyard. I think I've boomed 2 Zerks, 1 belt, and 1 CFE. I'm not currently running Kalos as I'm more focused on leveling before New Age, but I've been running some practices. Once New Age comes around, I hope to start my Eternal progression, and my plans for Eternals is to 22 or boom, starting with the hat, then the top, and the bottom. Now I guess I could talk about my future plans for cubing, starring, and flaming. So I guess I could start with starring. There isn't anything I'm actively starring that I can actively start other than pitch drops. So this is going to go, I'll tap any pitch drops I get. Luckily this one is close to a 5, 10, 15, but if there was no event like soon, I probably would have just tapped it straight off event. But if I get any pitch drops I've already finished, like I got this sauce as well on the same day, and I have the spare CFE, and I have already finished these 2 to 22 star, then I will attempt 23 on Shinings. Currently, my focus on what I'll be spending my Meso on is cubing. I plan on double priming my gear that is more permanent, so that would be stuff like my heart, be like slime ring, and then maybe like the sup ring, eye patch, sauce, Sweetwater pendant, CFE emblem, and then weapon. Currently I have 200 bills saved up, and I hope to have at least 300 bills saved up for the next cube sale on Black Friday. But that's the goal. I don't know if I can reach it now. For flaming, I also don't have anything I'm actively flaming. Most of my flames are decent and just aren't worth progressing further on for so little stat. Any black flames I get, I throw on my weapon in hopes of T7, and I'll swap to T7 if it comes with at least 6% damage. But the odds of that are like super low, so hopefully that'll happen eventually. Last thing I want to talk about for gear is my drop gear. especially with New Age coming up. Right now, I'm running 100 Meso, 200 drop. I have a 22 Pat Mark, 22 Sweetwater Tattoo, this 22 Sweetwater Pendant, my CFE, this Connor ring, and this Meister ring at 22. These two, the other two rings are hybrid event rings, and hopefully, depending on how my 23 attempt on like a slime ring goes, I'll swap one of my event rings for the 22 slime ring. If I get lucky and hit 22 belt, I'll make my CFE and Sweetwater pendant into damage gear, and the superior earring and pendant will become drop or like hybrid gear. I might hold off on the slime ring depending if I'm already strong enough to one shot in the new areas that are coming in New Age, but we will see when that comes. Yeah, and that's I think all I wanted to talk about for gear. Now moving on to more miscellaneous gains. My plan for leveling is to hit 284, 84% so that I'll get my free XP to 285 once New Age hits. Right now, as of this video, I am 51.7% down here. That's about like 30.1 trill. And I plan on hitting 82% by the end of Night Troop, which is Tuesday. The last 2% I'll get by doing my dailies till I leave for Asia. Because I've been farming so much and plan to farm a lot post New Age, I swapped my IA to Baso first line. And next honor event in New Age, I'll swap my first line to 20% drop, and the 7% abnormal damage will then become 15% Meso. Eventually, a completed IA for me would be 20% boss up top. I'll keep this buff duration line and 8% abnormal damage at the bottom, but that won't be happening in a long time till I finish farming for Soul Urda and farming for New Age. One huge area I've been looking to improve on for a long time is FAMs. So any free time I get outside of farming on my main, I try to farm FAMs on either my Nightwalker or by leveling boss mules from 230 to 250. Hopefully I'll have some time from end of Night Troop till I go on vacation, and maybe when I get bored of farming on my main during New Age, I can farm FAMs. My FAMs are pretty bad for where my progression is. I have 130 boss, 120 boss, and 120 boss. So total I have 70% boss. I hope to get at least 90 total boss on my fam, so 30, 30, 30, maybe like 40, 30, 20. If I do end up with a 40, I might go 40, 30, 30, so I just don't want any 20s at the end of the day. But please give Reboot red cards because this system sucks. I also have two pretty useful IAD/healing fams, so I use these for bosses like Vihilla or Will, where I need the healing. If I ever do get like super juiced fams, like maybe like 140%, 140%, I'd probably swap in an IAD/healing fam as my third one, but that might never happen. Alright, next I'll talk about my Legion plans and progression. Right now I'm sitting on 9096 Legion and I'm slowly progressing towards 9.5k. My Kana, Mercedes, Iran, Hayato, and Shade are done at 250. My focus is on getting useful Legion characters to 250s. So next I have my Phantom for Meso, and my Zero for XP, and then I guess it'll be my Demon Avenger. Where is he? Demon Avenger for boss, Mech for cooldown, Wild Hunter for damage, Blaster and BT for IAD, Marksman and Nightlord for crit rate. When I finish all these 2250s, I'll be around 9,471 Legion. And then after this set of 250s, I'll be doing all the Strength Legion bonus classes to 250. So that'll be Cannoneer, Cannon Master, I guess, Buccaneer, Hero, Pally, Thunderbreaker, Kaiser, and Arc to 250. And this will land me around 9701 Legion. All other classes, I'll slowly progress to 210, which brings me to 9,803, and then putting them all to 220 will bring me to 9,983. So for those remaining 17 levels, I'll probably get a couple of like random levels in either my Nightwalker a new hyperburn, or my main, and then that'll push me to 10k. And then after 10k, I most likely won't push my Legion any further. And speaking of hyperburn, my plan for the New Age 260 hyperburn is this guy right here, my Demon Avenger, as he's the next non-leveled priority for my Legion. So he's sitting at 210, and I'll get him to 212 before the hyperburn, so that he'll hit 260 on the dot. Yeah, and that about wraps up what I wanted to go over today for this video. UH is coming soon in less than a month, and I'm pretty excited for the update. Unfortunately, I'll be away on vacation for the most part of November, so I won't be able to farm more Meso for Cube Sale, and I'll also be behind on my dailies, but that's all good. I do plan on making this into a series, and right now it's looking like I'll drop a new progression video once a month. The monthly videos will cover big milestones and gains for the month, as well as updates on Legion progression. I'll also sprinkle in like boss loot rooms for the month as well. Also, I just started streaming on Twitch, so if you want to follow my progression there or just chat, come check out me on WhaleChan on Twitch, and thanks for watching. Oh! Oh! Wait, it was! It was! Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about! I thought, oh! Oh, let's go. Okay, that's my second one. Oh, let's go. It's a streamer luck.